All right, talking Gladiators football with quarterback Kurt Rocco. And hey, thanks for coming in. First of all, nice to meet you. First time I had a chance to meet you. You know, a Mount Union guy, so for a lot of you people, you already know, local guy, and we know the great career that you had at Mount Union. But how about the transition from going and playing that style of football to all of a sudden arena? What's like some of the biggest adjustments you have to make?
Probably the biggest adjustment is probably the quickness of the game. I mean, considering it's a smaller field, that too. But the quickness of the game, the 3-step, even the 5-step, it's a lot faster. The speed of the game is a lot faster, and the players are a lot faster. I mean, that's probably the biggest part of the game.
What's your mindset going in this year? I mean, you're thinking, you know, Dutton's the guy, and then all of a sudden, game one, boom, next thing you know, it's been your team.
Well, I mean, I kind of was thinking that I was just going to sit back and learn from one of the best, and then all of a sudden, I mean, at the end of the game in the first game, I mean, it was just a quick change of events for me.
And how, I mean, and obviously you've adjusted very, very well. Instead of sitting back, you're kind of thrown into the fire. But, boy, I mean, you've had some great games already early in the season.
Yeah, we did pretty good. First two games we did really well. We had a rough loss last night, but we'll get over that and prepare for Jacksonville next week.
I imagine one of the things that's probably for you, especially as a quarterback, and I was looking through the stats today, I was looking through the red zone stats, which in arena football, and with the limited amount of time you have to throw, I would imagine that's probably the most important stat is what you do in the red zone.
Yeah, red zone is definitely a hard thing. I mean, to score a touchdown passing with that little amount of field and that quickness of the game, I mean, it's pretty hard to get in the end zone.
Well, I mean, you guys are 16 for 19, and I know you've had, I mean, you could see in the games that you won, you were, you know, close to, you know, 100%, but I mean, the game the other day, I think it was 5 for 7 or something like that. But at the same time, don't you have to almost have to rethink, because in the outdoor league, you're inside the 20 things, kind of, it almost seems like you can slow things down for you. But in the arena, it's space and everything just seems like it's just a mad rush when you get down there.
It's got to be like almost a pre-snap. You just got to know where you're going to put the ball and just got to deliver it right away.
I mean, how much did you really know about the league when you were being, when you know, because just to see the way that the receivers start from the backfield, just all the different nuances that we love about the game. But how about for you?
I honestly didn't know much about the Arena League. I mean, obviously my dream was to go to the NFL and whatnot. And out of college, I wanted to do that. And I was going through tryouts and pro days. And then all of a sudden, my agent, he called me up. He's like, why don't you go to a tryout for Cleveland? And I was just like, oh, all right, well, whatever. I'll give it a shot. And then I came up, and Coach Tom loved me, and here I am.
Talk about playing at the Q, because you guys have a great following.
Yeah, I mean, the fans there, I mean, it's a great atmosphere at the Q. I mean, can't ask for anything better with a good crowd there.
But you seem kind of, I mean, you kind of seem like a low-key, kind of a quiet type guy. I mean, and then to be thrown in and everybody knows who you are now, and the way the team is playing, I imagine that has to be kind of a little bit of an adjustment for you.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the guys will kind of joke about I said all 2 words during camp. So, I mean, it's good that people are behind me, rooting for me, even though I am a rookie quarterback.
Oh, and it's nice to have a guy like Bergeron to throw the football to. I think, what, it was 16 or 14 of your 16 touchdown passes have gone to him.
Yeah, he's a great receiver.
I mean, the guy played for the Cowboys. I mean, he had some NFL experience, but that's the kind of mix that you get in this league, right?
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, we got good receiving core, great offensive line, and I couldn't ask for anything else for a rookie quarterback with a great defense so far.
And I've said it on the air plenty of times. I think, you know, for your team, to me, I think the most valuable players on your team have to be that offensive line, because everything happens so quick. You don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, I know. With Tadish, Calvin, and with Billy there, I mean, they're all veteran guys who know what they're doing, and they're big boys, so they can block.
Do you change anything as far as your release, your drop, your step? I mean, I imagine everything's got to be sped up.
Yeah, the quickness of the drop's a lot faster. Sometimes, if it is a 3 or 5 step, sometimes you're only taking 1 step. Sometimes you're only taking 3 steps if it's 5 step. Throwing motion, you can be stepping left and completely thrown all the way to the right. So, I mean, just everything's a little different.
And everything, it seems like all the commotion is over the middle. You don't see those perfect routes where somebody comes free. I mean, everything seems to happen over the middle, because you're basically got boards going down the rest of the sides of the field.
Exactly. So you got to get the ball in the middle, and then they get hit into the wall. Got to get the ball over the wall for the clock to stop. But I mean, it's a lot of throwing downfield though.
Talk a little bit about just how well this team is clicking. Obviously, you suffered the tough loss yesterday, but got off to a really good start.
We're doing pretty good. I mean, obviously, with me in the mix right now at starting, I'm still a rookie, and we got a lot of chemistry to work on with the wide receivers. And It will come around, I think. I mean, with the tough loss last night, I mean, it was unfortunate, but I mean, you got to put it behind us. We got a long road. We got 14 straight games ahead of us, and I mean, we got to prepare for Jacksonville next week.
How much does it help to have those? I mean, we just talked about Bergeron, but you have a couple other receivers that have been around too. So for a rookie, I mean, could you have asked for a better experience to be put into?
Not at all. I mean, Troy's obviously doing real well. Red's a great receiver, and then Vic being one of those taller, bigger receivers helps out a lot for any red zone jump ball passes, any fades or whatnot. But I mean, it's a good receiving core.
How about just the group of guys in general? Because obviously you're not going to get rich playing arena football, but just the camaraderie between the guys, because it almost seems like one team, one goal. Where you do get some prima donnas in the NFL, we all know that, but it seems like the Arena League, it seems like, you know, everybody, it's one guy.
Yeah, we all understand. I mean, no one's obviously making the big bucks, like you said, and we all understand that we all got to come together as a team, offensively and defensively. And I remember last night after the game, after the loss in the locker room, everyone would say, ride together, die together. So, I mean, we got to come through.
Has there been anybody that you've been able to lean on when you first started? I mean, without Dutton there, have you still been able to lean his way and talk to him about different things? I mean, what's been your process since?
I roomed with Dutton during camp. I mean, obviously he was still playing at that point, and he taught me a lot. And then after he got hurt, he came to practice a few times, and just after practice, I was talking to him. After films, I was talking to him. I even talked to him after the game last night, and he gave me a lot of input of what he saw, what he thought I should do and should be doing. And hopefully, I even asked him, hopefully he can come around practice and film a lot more often so he can get more input on his perspective.
How good can this team be? We obviously know you got off to a great start, but how good can this team be?
We can be really well. I mean, really good. I mean, like you said, we got some issues, obviously. We got to work on some chemistry. I mean, I'm new. So other than that, we got some good veterans. I mean, I think we have 12 veterans right now or something more. I don't know. And as soon as we get the chemistry between me and the receivers and whatnot, I think we should be really good.
But winning on the road against two of the best teams in the league, I mean, you were talking about your first two starts. I mean, could you have asked for a tougher two teams to start against and then to go on the road and pick up? That had to be huge momentum and confidence builder.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the guys, in the huddle, they always try to calm me down, even if I throw I threw 2 interceptions against Chicago, and I was like, what am I doing, kind of, and then the offensive line, the receiver's like, you're fine, just calm down. I mean, that's how they kind of, even during practice, if I'm doing if I'm shaky or whatnot, they always say, just calm down, just breathe, just have fun. That's what they tell me.
And are you having fun? Is it a lot of fun?
It is a lot of fun.
Is it completely different than what you thought it was going to be once you got in?
It's a little different, yeah. I mean, it's football, basically, but it's different, definitely a different style.
Who are the teams? I mean, obviously you beat a couple of good teams to start, but as far as you guys are concerned, ahead, as we look ahead to your schedule, who are some of the teams that are going to be the teams that are going to be tough?
Well, obviously, next week's Jacksonville. They're a very good team. In Arizona, they're still undefeated. But, I mean, we can't look at any team. Obviously, we just lost to an 0-4 team, so we're not going to look at any team as a poorly bad team or anything. So we got to take every team as a really good team.
Well, we definitely appreciate you coming in.
I appreciate it.
Continued success. Best of luck. And obviously, we're going to be following you.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.